In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, all praise belongs to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the creator of the heavens and the earth, the one who shaped man from clay and breathed into him of his spirit. Peace and blessings be upon his final messenger Muhammad, peace be upon him and upon his pure family and upon his noble companions. We turn now to the wisdom of the commander of the faithful, Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib as, whose words recorded in the Nahj al Balagha continue to guide hearts across centuries. He said that he is being tested in this world, but you have been born for another place. These words carry within them oceans of meaning and endless lessons for the seeker of truth, for they reveal the reality of this life, the true purpose of creation, and the eternal destiny that awaits every soul. Imam Ali as lived a life of tests from the moment of his birth in the sacred house of the Kaaba until his martyrdom in the mosque of Kufa. He was surrounded by difficulties, yet his patience and trust in Allah never wavered. When he says that he is being tested in this world, he speaks not only of himself but of every believer, for the world is a place of trials. Its nature is to deceive, its pleasures are fleeting, its hardships are many, yet within each hardship lies a chance to grow, and within each fleeting joy lies a reminder that nothing here will last. The human being often imagines that he was born for this world, that he was created to build wealth, to chase desires, to gain status, but Imam Ali as reminds us that this is not so. You were created for another place. The destination of your soul is not the dust of this earth but the eternal abode of the hereafter. This world is like a school. Its lessons are written in moments of joy and sorrow. Its teachers are blessings and hardships. Its exams are given in the form of temptations and trials. If you succeed in learning patience, gratitude, sincerity, and obedience, you will graduate into eternal success. If you fail to learn, you will regret forever. Yet how often does man forget this truth? He becomes attached to wealth, thinking it will last. He becomes proud of power, thinking it will remain. He clings to health, thinking it will never fade. Yet all of it slips away like sand through the fingers. Wealth vanishes, power is taken, health declines, beauty fades, and finally life itself departs. What remains are deeds alone. The book of deeds is written with every action, every word, every intention, and it will be opened on the day of judgment. Imam Ali as endured tests that would crush the strongest of men. He faced betrayal from those who once pledged loyalty. He was deprived of his rightful leadership. For years he fought battles against people who claimed to be Muslims yet raised their swords against truth. He lived simply, eating coarse bread, wearing patched clothes, giving away whatever he had in charity. For him the world was never a place of comfort. It was a battlefield, a testing ground, a passageway to the eternal home. His patience was not weakness but strength, for he knew that the true home is ahead and the true reward is with Allah. When he tells us that we were born for another place, he is pointing us back to our origin and our end. We were not created for dust alone. We were created to know Allah, to worship him, to live by his guidance, and then to return to him. Our souls long for the eternal because they came from the eternal. The pleasures of this world never satisfy because they are limited and temporary. The soul longs for something beyond them. The soul longs for the nearness of Allah. The body may be satisfied with food and drink, but the heart will not rest until it remembers its Lord. That is why every test, every hardship, every reminder of death is actually a gift from Allah to awaken us to our true purpose. Life in this world is like the blink of an eye compared to eternity. Imagine a traveler who pauses for a moment beneath the shade of a tree before resuming a journey that stretches without end. Would it make sense for him to build a palace beneath that tree, to fight over land around that tree, to waste all his energy decorating a place he cannot stay? The wise traveler takes rest, then gathers his strength and continues on. The fool forgets the road ahead and clings to the shade as if it were permanent. Imam Ali as tells us not to be that fool. Do not be deceived by the temporary. Take from this world only what you need for the journey ahead. Every human being is tested in a unique way. Some are tested with poverty, others with wealth, some with sickness, others with health, some with power, others with weakness, some with loss, others with abundance. The tests differ, but the purpose is the same: to see who remembers Allah and who forgets, who remains grateful and who complains, who acts with justice and who oppresses, who obeys the truth and who follows desires. If life were only comfort, there would be no way to reveal sincerity. If life were only hardship, there would be no chance to show gratitude. The balance of ease and difficulty is perfectly designed to bring out the reality of each soul. Imam Ali as lived this reality deeply. He knew that every hardship was a chance to rise in the sight of Allah. He knew that even betrayal could not harm him if he remained patient. He knew that wealth and power were nothing compared to the worth of a single sincere prayer. He knew that death itself was not an end but a beginning. His words awaken us to the same truth. Our lives too are full of tests. Perhaps you struggle with wealth, perhaps with family, perhaps with injustice or illness. These are not meaningless. These are the exams of your soul. How you respond will shape your eternity. If you remain patient, if you remain faithful, if you remember that you were born for another place, you will succeed. The grave awaits every soul. The soil will embrace our bodies. The people we love will bury us and return home. Our wealth will pass to others. Our homes will belong to strangers. Our names will be forgotten by the world. Yet in the unseen realm the angels will approach with questions. Who is your Lord? What is your religion? Who is your prophet? The answers will not be memorized words but reflections of how we lived. If we lived for this world alone, our tongues will falter. If we lived for Allah, our answers will flow with ease. That is why Imam Ali warns us to not be deceived by this world, for you were created for another place. Imagine the day of judgment, when the earth will shake, when the sky will be rolled up, when every hidden deed will be exposed. Imagine standing before Allah with nothing but your deeds. No wealth, no family, no status can help. Only your record of actions will matter. The believer who remembered his purpose will stand with light on his face, while the one who wasted life will stand in regret. That day will make clear the meaning of the words of Imam Ali. Being tested in this world was never a punishment but a chance to succeed. Being born for another place was never a mystery but the ultimate truth. So what should we do? Knowing this truth, we should live with awareness. Every breath is a trust, every moment is a chance to worship, every hardship is an opportunity to show patience, every blessing is a chance to show gratitude. We should not waste life chasing what will vanish. We should use life to build what will last. Deeds done for Allah last forever. Sincere prayers last forever. Charity given in secret lasts forever. Words spoken with truth last forever. Acts of kindness last forever. These are the provisions that will accompany us when nothing else can. Imam Ali himself lived this way. He spent nights in prayer crying before Allah. He gave away food while hungry. He forgave enemies while powerful. He stood for justice even when it cost him dearly. He never allowed the world to own his heart. Though he ruled as a caliph, he lived like a humble servant because he knew he was created for another place. He never let this place distract him. He reminds us by word and example to follow the same path. If we attach our hearts to this world, we will drown with it. If we attach our hearts to the hereafter, we will rise with it. The wisdom of his words is timeless. In every age people chase wealth, fame, pleasure and power, thinking these will satisfy, yet depression rises, greed spreads, wars erupt, depression increases. Why? Because man forgets he was not created for this world. He tries to fill the soul with dust, but the soul is from the heavens and nothing will satisfy it except the remembrance of Allah. The solution is to return to the truth of Imam Ali's teaching. Accept that you are tested here, but you were born for another place. Live not as a permanent resident but as a traveler. Pass through this world lightly and aim for the eternal home. O listener, take these words to heart. Reflect on your life. Reflect on the tests you face today. Are they breaking you or are they shaping you? Do you see them as punishment or as opportunities? Do you cling to this world as if it will last, or do you prepare for the next as if it is near? Know that death is nearer than we think and eternity is longer than we can imagine. The wise one prepares for what is certain, not for what is fleeting. The foolish one clings to shadows and forgets the light. May Allah make us among the wise who listen to the words of Imam Ali and live by them. This is the reality of existence. You are not here by accident. You are here for a purpose. That purpose is to worship Allah, to live righteously, to serve creation and to prepare for the eternal meeting with your Lord. Remember always the saying of Imam Ali: I am tested in this world, but you have been born for another place. Let this truth guide your heart, shape your actions and give you strength in every trial, so that when you finally leave this world you will enter the eternal home with peace.